What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Bringing you another review today. Today's review is on the Nerf Rival, or just Rival, Knockout. I'm fairly sure this is quite new to the UK. I have seen other reviews over in the States and many mods for this over in the States. I haven't yet seen it in the shops. I haven't actually seen it on Amazon. I haven't checked in the last couple of days. Anyway, with further ado, rambling on, without further ado, let's get into the review. So, so this review is the Nerf Rival Knockout, and this is it. Essentially, it's, I guess, like the Nerf Rival Jolt. It's quite large. Well, I say quite large. It's a small. I mean, I have, I've got large adult hands. This is it's a big grip. You can see it here. It's quite thick. I'll get my whole hand around there. I'm not just about touching my finger there on my thumb. So it's quite a chunky blaster. That might not be great for some younger nerfers. Obviously, this is Rival, so we are looking at ages 14 and up anyway. So that's kind of like, if you're younger than that, you might want to leave it alone. It may be too big for you anyway. If you are using Rival, I do recommend wear safety glasses. Just because obviously, as many of you know, if you don't know, obviously Rival is high impact ammo. It's these round balls. They're dimpled, you can probably see there. They are squishy, but obviously they are firing out of here. I think most of the Rival blasters, you're looking at about 90 FPS, a minimum. And obviously that's quite a lot. You get that on the side of the face. You do not want to get it in your eyes, hence the eye protection. So like I said, this is obviously, it's only painted one side. So if you can paint this side, Rival there, nothing the other side. I actually got what's known as the Clash Pack. It comes with 10 rounds of, 8 rounds of ammunition. As you can see, there's ball storage either side, so to this side, and it does come with both red, that's blue, so blue and red. The idea is that you get both. This is £20, so that would be $23 I believe. Don't quote me on that. It is £20 at Smith's in the UK. That's the only place I've been able to find it. I saw a review on this many months ago by Wacom S7, and a mod guide on this by also Wacom S7, and I hunted for it in the UK. I could get it imported from America on Amazon, but you'll pay for the nose to do that. I was worried we weren't going to get it. Obviously, the UK, we still haven't got whether we're ever going to get the Rival Edge line, because I love the Rival Edge line, and I'd love to have something like that to do a review with. But we don't have that. So obviously I found these at Smith's. I haven't seen them anywhere else, but they may well be by now. They may have had a global release. You can buy them singly, so just the blue or just the red. They're £10, which I think for this, for a blaster this size, I think that's great. 10 quid for this. I think I did a review before on the Alpha Strike line. That was a £5 for the Fang. A 4-shot dart blaster, and that's great. I love that blaster. I do believe they've actually reiterated it now with a grip, because the grip is kind of skeletal and a bit weird for your hands to grip onto. But 10 quid for this, or £20 for both of these. £20, and you've got 8 rounds and 2 high power blasters. You kind of set. You and a friend, you and a buddy, and you're off. You're off and running with a great Nerf war going on. Obviously, you can. Obviously, there are other blasters you can use. Just not say this is the best one. But for a tenner, it's, I guess, for the potential of it, it has quite a lot of mod potential. If like, I mean, obviously, I do intend to mod mine, at least one of these, and definitely I'm going to spray it and change colour. I'm not sure which one to change. I quite like the red and the blue. I think I might keep the blue and paint the red. There is no Phantom Core white, although I think this would look great in a Phantom Core white. But there isn't a Phantom Core white design. To be fair, we haven't seen a Phantom Core since, I think, maybe the Apollo. I think maybe after that there's another one. I can't now think what the name is. That was the last white Phantom Core I saw. I do have one of the Phantom Core blasters. I like the white and sort of black motif, the design of it, but obviously they seem to be going for the team, so obviously red team, blue team, red team. But yeah, like I said, there's no Phantom Core edition. But yeah, the mod potential on this, because of it's probably got one of the strongest stock springs in a blaster this size that I've seen or have used. You know, you're easy getting, I say, 90 to 100 FPS out of this. I reckon somewhere around the 90, 95, 100 is probably like a max output. I said, you know, it might be, you know, to be honest, I haven't got a chronograph. I'm only going by what other reviewers have said and what I've seen from testing just Fire of the Garden. But yeah, like I say, it's, you know, they are high powered. For 10 quid or £20 if you get both of them, you know, that's a good price. You've got 2 blasters there, 8 rounds of ammunition. Obviously the box does say please only use nerf ammunition. I haven't actually got any other rival ammo here. I've got some of the X-Shot ammo which came with my Meteor. I haven't tried that in here. I did try that in my rival Kronos and that didn't work so well. But you know, 8 rounds, probably gonna lose them. You can see on here, one of them's missing because one of them is in here somewhere. After you fire off the wall a couple of hundred times, you're bound to lose one of them. I do have spares, so that's okay. But yeah, so you can buy the ammo for them. But yeah, they have an interesting loading mech. So to load, like it's a prime, you would think like a Jolt, you would just pull down and push up. Well, like so basically with a Jolt, you pull down, dart in, but this is not a front loader. So you pull down, you push back up. Now it's primed. There's a little catch. This is ambidextrous, so you can do both sides. This releases the breech. You take one of your rifle rounds. You can just see it's just enough space there to pop it in. That's it there. You close the breech and you fire. Now you probably heard that. That's quite a loud spring. As far as I can tell, there is no air restrictor in this. There is it's a ball stopper about here. Just stops the ball going all the way back. I'll show you that again. So you can do this at any stage. So you release the breech, take a round, place it in, close the breech, you pull down, you push back, fire. If you dry fire this now, it's stock. This is stock. This is a no modification at all. This is a heavy spring. This is why I said, rival is meant for 14 and up, 16 and up. These are higher powered blasters. They both have the same spring. But like I say, be careful, wear eye protection, because it will sting if it gets you at close range. But yeah, so it's got an interest. Obviously, with Jolts, normally you just pull down, front load, and fire. This has the extra step of the breech. I like the breech. I think that's kind of cool. I quite like that you kind of flick it forward, shove it back, prime down, prime up, and fire. If I say you can dry fire it, there is no AR, but I don't think you'll break the blaster. When you do dry fire it, it does sound like you are going to break it. And for those who don't know what dry firing is, it's just when you prime it, load it, don't put a ball in it. That's quite loud. That's the amount of force being put into these rounds. But as I said, it's quite an interesting loading mechanism. But for £10, you get this, and for a little bit more, you can actually fit it with a brass breech. I said Wilcom S7 has done a review, done a mod on it. Fantastic review on there, and obviously a modification guide. I do plan to do it. I've not done a brass breech before, but it is something I want to try. I do already have. They actually, when you do a brass breech, you end up firing these are called Stefan darts. It's basically a smaller version of a dart. So if I get the full size dart, this is your full size dart, nerf dart. This is a Stefan dart. They fire out of special magazines, so it's a lot shorter. You can see, being shorter, they are a lot more accurate and fire at a greater velocity. This with a brass breech, and because of the already breached mechanism, there's a stopper here, 2 little plastic pegs. If you cut them off, this will travel further out. There is enough space, just enough space here to fit in a rival round. If this went a bit further, if I get the Stefan dart back, you can see this is not too far off fitting it's not too far off fitting a Stefan dart in there. You could pop it in and do that, but obviously this breech is designed to fire rounds, not darts. Obviously, be a rival round. But yeah, so you can do a brass breech. Obviously, I said watch the review on Wilcom's channel. I will do a mod guide on it. I haven't done a mod guide yet. I'm looking at going into modding over the next probably couple of months. I'm trying to get enough things that I can do a whole mod in one go. I'm looking to do my first Strife rewire with new motors, new cages. But obviously, all of that costs money. I've got the tools, soldering irons, wire, solder. I've got some of the clippers I'll need. But obviously, I need obviously the motors, the cage, the micro switch. So there's a lot that goes into modding that I'm kind of trying to get into. But with the brass breech, it's a couple of brass bits of tube. You just have to cut them in the correct places, and basically you slide it into this barrel, but you use electrical tape or like a glue bung to hold it in. But like I say, you'll be firing Stefan darts out of here. You will have a brass will come at the front. I have seen a lot of people put a silencer over the end of it or a suppressor, which is actually looks really amazing. But yeah, so you can do that. Again, we're talking. I mean, it's a complicated mod if you've never done a brass breech. That's why I'm kind of a bit hesitant to start, but I will be doing one on the channel. But yeah, ultimately, once you've done it, you'll be able to fire. Obviously, once you've done it, you can't fire rounds anymore, but you'll be able to fire Stefan darts. And I'm pretty sure they fire between 120 and 130 FPS. And they're like a laser, like pinpoint accuracy. Being the shorter darts, Stefan darts do fire better. You can get different breeches for different guns with different Stefan darts. I'll do a separate review on that. I do have a Stefan. I do have a nerf. I do a Stefan. They have Stefan darts. The magazines either Katana or Talon. I have a Talon magazine, a Talon magazine adapter. I have to get the right breech for my blaster to use it. Didn't have to realise before I bought it. But yeah, that'll be a separate review. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think. Like I said, I think this is fantastic. Like I said, for 10 quid, £20, you're getting a fantastic blaster. Not only they look awesome, I think they look great. I have seen, again, go back to the money side, a lot of people take this off. There is a way to cut this ball holder off. You get a much more like streamlined looking pistol. Then do the brass breech mod, and they're just using a bit of plastic to cover up with a bit of hole here where you're cutting this bit off. There also, I believe, there is a 3D printing or a 3D printed part, which if you cut this off, you can slide on there. Just it adds a sloped edge to it. I mean, like I said, I'm more than happy with this. It's quite short, but I quite like the kind of. But obviously, it's overly large and small, which makes it kind of ideal. Like I said, the loading mechanism is a bit odd, but that's not to say that it's not fantastic. You know, these are great fun. When I saw them on other reviewers channels, I was very, very excited. When I saw they were at Smith's, I couldn't. It took about, I think I kept looking for like a month. They're like, oh, it's coming out this day. It's coming out this day. And eventually, I found them in Smith's. Like I said, £20 for both. Name in the comments. Do you prefer blue? Do you prefer red? If I'm going to mod one or spray one, do I keep the blue or do I keep the red? Leave it in the comments below. Yeah, look forward to more reviews on the channel. Hopefully get back into a more of a regular upload schedule. Just been busy with lots of other things. But yeah, look forward to more reviews and more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.